Good morning. Today we are taking the boat to Greenwich and going to explore everything there is to do there. But first, we have come to the Cafe Bohème, which is this cute little French place, to get a full English breakfast. I realize that's sort of a contradiction, but we also have a pain au chocolat to start. And Evie says she can't look cute because she's too tired. Would you like to try your pain au chocolat? And we'll see if it's better than the other one we had earlier. I don't remember, but earlier on the trip we had one, and it wasn't very good. So let's see if this one is. It's fine. You know. Is it at least like, oh, it is at least like flaky and soft with the chocolate in it. No, I mean, that one tastes proper. Our drinks have just arrived. I got this gorgeous little cappuccino, and Evie got hot chocolate, which it turns out is a bowl of hot chocolate. I don't even know what you're supposed to do with that. Oh, she's just gonna go straight in. You can make the face.
No, it's okay.
I missed the face she made. Let's just say it was the opposite of the face she made when she saw the hot chocolate, when she saw the full English breakfast. I did eat all the pain au chocolat. Okay, you said you didn't like flaky
I don't
croissants.
have any food left.
And I, on the other hand, thought that was a bussin' pain au chocolat. That was a legitimate French pastry. Let's see what we think of the full English breakfast. Okay. Y'all, look at the gorgeous yolk on this egg. Oh, I'm so excited. She at least agreed to dip some toast in the egg yolk. Was that any good? Is it fine? Are you displeased with what we're doing this morning for breakfast?
Other than this.
Other than that? But she hasn't quite figured out how to consume yet. Alright, so I've been dipping my toast in this gorgeous orange egg. Alright. And it's really good. Alright, but now we need to try the more adventurous parts of our breakfast here.
I'm not trying.
Alright. All of a sudden it got very loud in here. But we are tasting all the parts of our full English breakfast. First of all, we have the mushroom, the portobello mushroom. Actually, very good. Now we have the charred tomato. I don't normally like cooked tomatoes, but the grill marks on that is good. And those two things together are going to be amazing. All right, we have some sausage. It is sausage. It is just a normal piece of sausage. It tastes like anything we would get. Bacon. Very good. Really good bacon. All right, now we have the baked beans because, you know, apparently that's something we need in our full English breakfast. Very traditional. All right. They taste like ketchup. I'm guessing these are Heinz baked beans because they legit just taste like ketchup. All right. Now, the most adventurous piece of our full English breakfast here.
I'm not trying that.
Evie's gonna taste it.
Evie's not gonna taste it.
And then I'm gonna tell everyone what it is.
No, Evie's not gonna taste it because if it's anything that's like fish, pig, or anything, Evie's not.
It's not fish or pig.
There are things that I won't eat.
So Evie's been making guesses as to what this is. So far she's guessed beans and poop. I assure you it is neither of those. Okay, so here,
Evie's not trying it.
Evie is gonna try it. You are. You have to. Yeah. Come on. Yes. You can't because you just shoved a ton of bread and egg in your mouth? Okay. All right.
No, I'm gonna do mine.
Oh, come on.
No.
All right, I've told her that it's called black pudding.
I don't know what's in it. So
It doesn't matter that you don't know what's in it. You just have to taste
What
it.
if I'm allergic?
You're not. Come on. Come on, just a tiny bit. All right. I've got an even tinier piece now. Come on. Please.
I can't.
Yes. Yep. I told her what it's made out of.
What kind of blood?
I don't know. An animal, obviously.
Rice and blood?
Yeah, taste it.
No.
Yes.
It's gross.
You promised me that if I told you what was in it, you were going to taste it.
I did not do that.
You
I
did.
didn't promise. I said if you tell me, I will try it. I didn't promise.
Oh, she's got the tiniest little crumb. We gotta check. We gotta make sure it's going in. Okay, I see it. I see it on the tongue. I see it in the mouth. All right, don't be gross. Did you taste it? What does it taste like? What does it taste like? You're just grossed out by what it is.
No, it tastes terrible.
All right, well after all of that drama, now it's my turn to taste black pudding. It does not taste bad. The taste is actually good. For me, it might be a texture issue. Like in the beginning, when you get all the crunchiness, it's fine.
It's taste for me.
But
It
then-
tastes like
But then it's got like the crunchy char part is fine. But inside it's very mealy. It's very like squishy and like gritty. It almost has like a livery, like the same reason I don't.
yeah. That's why I thought.
Well, which makes sense because both of them have that minerally experience. It's probably not for me. It's probably not something I would get over and over because I didn't grow up with it. It's not part of my
Not me
culinary
neither.
culture. Yeah. All right, but the vegetables, the egg, the bread, the bacon, the sausage, all awesome.
I've been munching on egg with bread, and then my bowl of hot chocolate.
Yeah, the cappuccino is awesome. The pain au chocolat was awesome. The black pudding and the beans, which are of course the most British parts of this full English breakfast, are probably my least favorite. Say levy. We have made it onto the Uber boat, the Thames River Clipper. We are on our way to Greenwich, and we're gonna sightsee and finish Stranger Things, because someone can't really focus on anything else until she knows how it is. Passing under Tower Bridge, and we're kind of at the climax of Stranger Things. Evie might have a heart attack. We've got about 20 minutes left in Stranger Things, but we have arrived in Greenwich. Our first stop is the Cutty Sark. Evie's still pulling herself together after the Stranger Things episode we're watching. So to be totally honest, beyond the fact that it's an old boat, we don't really know what the Cutty Sark is, so we're about to find out. We just know it's a thing you do when you're in Greenwich. All right, they gave Evie like a scavenger hunt activity thing, so we are in the lower hold, so I guess we'll work on that now. It smells like a boat. Yeah, it does. It smells like an old boat. All right, so, oh, there's a whole school group behind us. Evie doesn't want me to do a dramatic reading while there's a school group behind us. Okay, so just using the visual clues, we assume that this ship had something to do with the transport of tea, because these seem to be mimicking all the kinds of tea. And so I'm going to do a dramatic reading of the description in Evie's guide. Hello, my name is Jock Willis, Cutty Sock's owner. Breathe in. Can you smell the tea? This space was full of tea chests from China. A good way to make lots of money. Try on my hat. Ooh, I wonder if we can try on the hat somewhere. I always wear it to wave goodbye to the Cutty Sock when she leaves London for China. Goodbye, my lads. Travel safely.
So, we've been learning a lot of facts about the Crusader, and apparently it was one of the fastest, it used to be the fastest ship.
Yes, until steamships took over.
Yep.
Yeah. What did the teapot wear to bed? A nightie. It's got Joe. Supposed to give it a hug. Do your fingers touch?
Absolutely not.
No, definitely not. This is the 'tween deck. It was a cargo hold. Apparently sometimes would ship wool back from Australia. All right, on the main deck, she's supposed to play sailor charades. I'll face you away from the sun. There we go. All right, first, climbing the rigging. Next, iceberg ahead. Tie the sails. Seasickness. Look through a telescope. All right, give orders. Clean out the pigs. That's how you clean up. Scrub the decks. Steer the ship. And walk the deck in a storm. All right, so these were the bunks for the ordinary seamen. They're very small so that they didn't fall out when seas got rough. Apparently, it wasn't uncommon for this area to fill with seawater and get everything. So let's see if I fit in the bunk. Not quite.
Well, look, she fits.
I would have to curl up a little bit.
I found some quite good ones.
Okay. Apparently we found where those pigs would have been that were referenced in that charades game earlier. Right up here at the very front of the ship. And this is the head. Oh, look. Look, Grandma. It's another historic potty for Grandma. Apparently near this spot there was a brawl, and poor able seaman John Francis died. What a interesting thing to mark with a plaque. And yet another tragedy. 2 men washed off the jib boom and lost. How sad. We're learning about the contributions of the Girl Guides, the British Girl Scouts during World War II. It sounds like they actually did all kinds of amazing things for the war effort.
Yeah.
Exactly. Never underestimate us girls.
Yeah? All right, so it's about the spice trade and what spices were used for. We got a couple of them right? Right? Huh?
I got this one.
You got that one right. I got the cardamom one right, known as in India as the queen of spices. Cardamom. Protection from the plague. See, I said clove because that's what thieves' oil smells like to me. It smells like clove, but apparently it's actually, it's actually pepper. And clove was used as a remedy for toothaches, which I think I knew that. So we're in the Arctic exhibit and you can try things on, but Evie says she won't put on the gloves, or the goggles that you use to prevent snow blindness. So I'm gonna try on the Inuit version. Ooh. No? I shouldn't wear these? No. No? I think she said hi. I have no idea what she just spelled in Morse code by light. So the Maritime Museum, any thoughts?
It was cool. I liked the kids room.
The kids room where we practice Morse code? Yeah. It was a lot of ship models and a lot of paintings of ships. But we did
also did like the statue thing. Where the Girl Scout guide is talking and stuff.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, we learned about the contributions of Girl Guides, which obviously are the British version of Girl Scouts during World War II, which was very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just like most of the museums in London, it's free, but our London Pass got us this really beautiful book about all of the Greenwich parks. It's like the guidebook, but it's actually really nice. So that was cool. We're having lunch in the cafe before we head to the Queen's house. So Evie wanted this pesto pasta salad. Is it good? Mm-hmm. Good, all right. And I got another San Pellegrino because I like those. And then we also got the
We're all gonna share
kids meal here.
We got some.
So we don't know what these are. Yeah, but they are in every kids meal combo that we've run into so far. So we're gonna try those. We also got a BAP, which I know what a BAP is because I watched the Great British Baking Show.
No, like
it's a floury bun.
No, I mean what?
It's got ham in it.
Ham with it.
Yes.
And
then it came with a jelly pot and
juice.
orange juice. And Evie's been wanting orange juice since this morning. So she's got a whole feast here and I'm gonna eat just part of this feast.
You're gonna eat some of my pasta.
I will. And then we'll taste test the Palm Bear original potato snack. All right.
They're actually little teddy bears.
They are. They're little teddy bears.
This one's a little bit weird.
Well, go ahead and give them a taste.
Potato chips.
Hand me one. They taste like chips.
Potato chips, yeah. But little bears.
Mm. Yeah, they taste like an inflated aerosolized potato chip or something.
I like them.
The texture is very
They're not bad.
like styrofoamy again.
I like
They
them.
really like styrofoam textured snacks here.
I have my Jello.
And her Jello she's enjoying, even though she didn't get silverware. So she's having to eat it Japanese style where you just sort of slurp it into your mouth. The BAP is a BAP with butter and ham. Very standard classic sandwich. And the pasta has olives and
Lima beans.
beans and spinach and sun-dried tomatoes and pesto and cheese. And that's pretty good too.
That's good.
Yeah, all in all, good lunch. We are almost to the Queen's house. I was coming over to crush some lavender between my fingers so I could smell lavender for the rest of the day. And we noticed that lots of bees
Just bees like that.
are having the same idea. We are ascending to the Royal Observatory. It's a bit of a hill. All right, we've made it to Greenwich, the observatory, and right over here is the prime meridian. All right, and right up there is the time ball that the astronomers used to use for what purpose?
They used to drop the ball at 1 p.m. to signal everyone to change their times, and that is why we drop the ball at Times Square to, like, at New Year's.
So yeah, the Times Square ball and all the balls that get dropped on New Year's Eve are references to time balls, the most famous being the one here at Greenwich. This is the Octagon Room, which dates to 1676 and was Flamsteed, the original astronomer's room for making all of his observations. It was designed by Wren, who was the architect of St. Paul's, where we were yesterday. So I'm not gonna lie. Time and longitude, and the importance of longitude in navigation, and the importance of time in navigation is not something I've spent a lot of my life giving thought to, but it is fascinating. And this is a perfect description of why it matters and why it's important, so pause the video if you want to read it. Once again, so here was John Harrison's attempt, the timekeeper method, at solving the longitude problem. So you can pause if you want to read it. So here are his 4 prototypes. The first one, the second attempt at an accurate maritime clock that could accommodate movement and temperature changes. Then there's the third one.
Fourth one's a calculator.
And then there's the fourth one. The one that actually, the design that made it, and is considered to be one of the most important machines ever made in the history of the world. So then eventually the maritime clock develops into the more affordable chronometer, which the astronomers here were also responsible for testing. Hence, that time ball on the top that dropped at 1 p.m. each day was super important so that the mariners could check their chronometers before they headed out to sea. So that was fascinating to me. Evie, I think, less interested in the subject. Okay, but the idea of common time, not just for navigation, but shared time and how that has evolved over the years from like just using the sun in agrarian societies to town clock dials that set the time for that area, even if it wasn't necessarily a standard of time across localities, to astronomers and observatories setting time and communicating that with time balls that the people in the vicinity could set time to that then becoming national time, to then that becoming international time. It's fascinating. That's so cool, and I've never really stopped to think about it before. All right, but let's see what else we can learn about here at Greenwich. They say the view is one of the reasons to come up here. It is pretty awesome. We missed the wizard show. There was too much lead up to it. You know, I think Rome has better street busking so far, but there were a few people out in Covent Garden Market. So we finished up in Greenwich, got back on the boat, came back to our part of London and ran over to Covent Garden Market because they close at like 5 every day. So we walked around there for a little bit. Now, mission is
Ice cream.
all right, so more ice cream. And then I think we're gonna go change, drop off our stuff. Our stuff's gotten really heavy. And then we're gonna head back out for dinner and we're gonna go to sunset on the top of the Shard. We're back at Utterlicious and Evie has mint chocolate chip this time. How is it?
It's like,
Which is the best so far of the 3 flavors you've had?
it's gonna go dragon fruit banana, then this, and then the mango.
And then the mango. So I have Biscoff honeycomb and then the same chocolate espresso biscotti on the top. They didn't have it at first when we walked in, and she had already scooped the banana caramel I was gonna get, and then I was like, no, they just put the espresso one out, and she was like, she knocked the banana one back in and gave me the espresso chocolate one, because I think this one's my favorite, followed by the banana caramel, followed by the Biscoff and honeycomb. But this is the best ice cream ever. One of the great joys of traveling is finding something super delicious and wonderful and enjoying it. And one of the great sadnesses of traveling is knowing that you're never going to have it again.
Well, we might.
Well, we still have a couple days to have that ice cream like every day, but then every other ice cream we ever try in our entire lives is going to be trying to live up to the glory of that ice cream. Y'all, it's so good. All right, so we've been eating hipster food, so we decided we better start trying some British food. So we've come to Mother Mash to get mash and pies. So I've got Bubble and Squeak with brown gravy and a chicken bacon leek pie, and Evie has a mince pie. So we're gonna see how these delicious British classics are here. So my pie is delicious. It is the epitome of comfort food. It is like a great chicken pot pie, although it doesn't have any vegetables in it other than the onion and the mushrooms. But the crust is flaky and delicious. The chicken is good. The bacon is good. All the parts in it are absolutely delicious. And the Bubble and Squeak might be my new favorite comfort food. There is nothing was gonna be wrong with that, and it is amazing. It is very heavy food. I will be very full for a long time, but it is absolutely delicious. So we had our very traditional English dinner. All right, so Evie, what was your take on the pie?
It was fine.
It was fine? What did it taste like? What did the minced beef taste like?
The treat at Universal, the meat pie at Universal.
It did, okay, from the Leaky Cauldron at Universal Studios. Okay, well, there you go then. All right, and did you like the sticky toffee pudding?
Like the ice cream.
You liked the ice cream. I did not, I didn't know it was just like cake. I thought it was stickier. It was just cake with like a sticky sauce on it.
Yeah, sticky sauce.
I know, I should have known that. I just didn't know that.
No.
So like we're not cake people, so it wasn't like the greatest thing we've ever had. Oh well, you live, you learn. So we took the first half of our train to get over to the Shard, and we decided to take a detour to go to the Build-A-Bear because we needed to go back to the Build-A-Bear. But we got over there and everything on that London Eye waterfront is closed, which is so strange. But then we spotted this amazing playground, and you know that Evie has to, she's glad she changed out of her dress now.
Even though I don't like it.
Yeah, so she's gonna go play on this playground because we have a little bit of time to kill before we go to the Shard for sunset. I don't know. It didn't look complicated when the little children were in it. Does being a big child make it complicated?
the very top.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? We really are at the very top. All right, so we are in the Shard on the 68th floor. You can go up to the, 72nd floor, the outside observation deck.
Yeah.
Couple of observations of my own. There's nowhere to sit unless you want to buy their fancy drinks, and even then there's not enough seats. And they don't let you sit down on the floor. You have to stay standing the whole time. Observation number 2 is that the Wi-Fi doesn't work. Observation number 3, because of the way the Shard is constructed, there are all these like extra like glass things sticking up that's part of the architecture, but it also means that there are very few spots where you can actually see out through a single window without having all these other things in your way, which is kind of odd.
Yeah.
And then are we up to 4? My 4th observation is that they're going for a really posh vibe up here. Well, they are. So unlike the Empire State Building or other like really tall buildings that I've been in, like the Tokyo Metropolitan or why did I just lose the name of the one in Chicago? But anyway, they don't have little things anywhere that tell you what you're looking at. Luckily, we've been around London enough by now that we kind of know the things that we're looking at, but it would be kind of interesting if it was like telling us what neighborhoods were where, or like what you were looking at in different areas, but that's not the vibe they're going for. They're not going for that kind of like informational kind of spirit. It's more drink champagne and fanciness. Yeah, so it's not really it's not our scene.
I like it.
Oh, Evie likes it. Evie likes it. Forgive me. All right, but I'm not sure if we're gonna stay all the way through sunset or not, because we're kind of tired and there's nowhere to sit and the Wi-Fi doesn't work.